Okay, here we go. Boys and girls, we are on lesson 3.4, solving multi-step inequalities. Be sure that you are on slides like this, filling in the blank with the vocabulary word. So when solving an inequality, if you obtain an inequality that is true, such as -5 is less than 0, then the solution is the set of all real numbers. But if you're solving a multi-step problem and the inequality is false, such as 3 is less than or equal to -2, that's not true, then the inequality has no solution. So we are going to be looking for these today. Okay, here we go. Multi-step equations mean the equation has more than one step. So y divided by -6 plus 7 less than 9. We'll start using like the inverse or the opposite, taking apart, right? Isolating the variable, getting the variable by itself with reverse order of operations. So we want to start by undoing the addition subtraction first. So you would subtract 7. We're undoing the addition, so subtract 7 on both sides. Then y divided by -6. Since you are multiplying by a negative, you have to reverse the symbol. That's a very important step and one that you just have to memorize. So again, practice, practice, practice. Y is greater than -12, and you could graph it. Again, test the numbers. Is -14 greater than -12? If the answer is no, it should not be shaded. Is -10 greater than -12? Yes, it should be shaded. That will come in very handy when we start graphing on the coordinate plane. Okay, so let's do a couple of these. You could use the number line down here, but I'll probably just draw my own number line. I don't know why. So we're going to start by undoing the subtraction. So adding 1 to both sides. 4b, right, is less than 8. Dividing by a positive 4 does not change the symbol. So b is less than 2. And we only need a couple numbers around 0, 1, 2, 3, and then open circle at 2, and it will go left because we're talking about the numbers less than 2. 1 is less than 2, but 3 is not. So these numbers to the left would be shaded in. Okay? Next problem, we need to undo this addition first. We want, the variable is right here, being multiplied by 9. No variables on the right yet. So we'll subtract 8 from both sides. And remember, when I say both sides, I mean kind of like this, right? So minus 8. 8 minus 8 is 0. Always double check that you're doing the right math. 9c. Keep the symbol. Add these together because they are the same sign. So -36 dividing by a positive number does not change the symbol. C greater than or equal to -4. Again, just a few numbers around -4 so that we know that we have it in the right location and we can test the numbers. This is going to tell us that we want a closed circle. And we want numbers that are greater than -4. Is -5 greater than -4? No. Is -3 greater? Yes. So we want to go this way. And all these numbers are shaded. Moving right along. Here, the inequality symbol's right here, no variables, so we want to undo adding 11 by subtracting 11 to both sides. N divided by -2 is going to be greater than 1. Here, we are multiplying by a negative number, which means we are going to have to reverse that symbol. So the -2's cancel out. N will be less than. The symbols have to reverse -2. So when I graph it, I have -3, -2, and -1. Maybe I'm starting to see how I turned myself blue the last time, huh? All right, so open circle at -2. And we're talking numbers less than that. So it would go left. Other than that, the variable's on the left. I know that's the arrowhead, right? So that's one thing. Also, is -1 less than -2? No. I am ready to clear the graph. If you did use this, somehow identify which line goes with which. They were overlapping. That's why I did not use that. All right. Let's go ahead and do this one. I know we've been not showing these videos in class, but let's say that we need a mean score of at least 85 to advance to the next round of a trivia game. What score do we need in our fifth round or fifth game? So here's some scores, right? In game 1, game 2, game 3, and game 4. So we would have 95 plus 91 plus 77 plus 89 plus whatever we need in the fifth round, right? And that the average or the mean would be divided by 5. Again, we're score of at least 85. And if you recall the problem we did the day before or 2 days before, greater than or equal to 85, because it could go greater than 85 is the least number, but it could be greater than 85. So we want to start off by multiplying both sides by 5. That'll cancel this 5 and this times 5. And I've gone ahead and worked this out so I could do the math a little easier. So I'm going to go ahead and also add these numbers, the like terms here. So we'll have 352 plus x greater than or equal to 85 times 5, which is 425. So now I'll subtract the 352. So that I need the fifth score to be greater than or equal to at least 73 in order to have a mean or average of at least 85, right? So I could exceed that if I want to go greater than. So kind of putting a few things together and writing equations from the word problems, which is always great practice. So I'm about ready to clear this and we are moving on. All right, now we're going to see about those solutions, maybe all real numbers or infinitely many. So when you have variables on both sides, it could be a possibility. First thing is the parentheses. Let's do the distributive property. So 2k minus 10 less than 2k plus 5. We want to, just like with an equation, you get the variables on one side, the constants to the other. So I can start by saying, well, I can subtract 2k from both sides of this inequality. 2k minus 2k, I get negative 10 is less than 5. Is this true? Is negative 10 less than 5? Yes, it's true. So I have all real numbers for my solution. What does that look like when graphed? Well, I would have a number line, somewhere marked, and then basically everything is shaded in, right? Arrow goes to both sides. Like that, showing that everything is included. Okay, that's how I could graph that. Looking at number 5, hopefully I'm not talking and going too fast for you here. We're going to distribute the negative 4. So negative 12n plus 4 greater than negative 12n plus 5.2. Again, let's just start with the variable. Plus 12n on both sides because we need it to be 0. So that cancels. So we get 4 is greater than 5.2. But is 4 greater than 5.2? No, it's not. So no, and then no solution. And there's nothing to graph when there's no solution. Not true, right? I guess I should say not true. Yes, true. Anyway, you get the picture. All right, so we are going to go ahead and clear the screen and see what is next. As the lights go out, it is time for the vocabulary and concept check. So be sure to let me know which one you are answering and then whether or not you have any questions. Sorry if I went too fast. And I will see you in class tomorrow. Here's a quote by Mahatma Gandhi. The weak can never forgive, so forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. So keep that in mind in all of your situations and relationships moving forward. And I will see you in class. Bye.